Raccoon hyphen 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 Formers. What does that spell? Raccoon-Formers, yeah! Raccoon-Formers, the YouTube channel for all of your Transformer needs.
Hello, I am Optimus Prime, and unfortunately Raccoon-Formers couldn't make it for today's video, so I'll be taking over for the day.
You might remember me from Raccoon-Formers' first original video from Christmas Day of 2023, where me and my fellow Transformers visited the farm.
You all really liked that video, so that series continued on Thanksgiving of 2024, but unfortunately I wasn't in that video. Instead, Optimus Prime and the Maximals and Predacons took you on a journey to Biosphere 2. But at the very end of that video, Grimlock revealed that he disguised himself as a turkey to spy on the Maximals and Predacons as they went on their trip to Biosphere 2 to get revenge on Cheetor, since he did that to us when we went on our trip to the farm. And when he actually did that, he revealed that the Autobots Decepticons will be returning to take y'all on a trip to this place called the Woods. Well, that trip is exactly what will be going on in today's video. Me, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Megatron, Starscream, and Soundwave will be going with y'all on this journey, but unfortunately Thundercracker wasn't able to make it for this video, so that's why Soundwave will be going with us instead of him. But we might need some help on this journey, because the only real thing I know about the Woods is the fact that it's a collection of trees. That does seem pretty cool, but there might be more things that we need to know about the Woods, so let us know in the comments if there's anything else we'll need to know about the Woods today. But the Woods that we'll be visiting today are incredibly interesting because they have this thing called a campsite, which is apparently a place where you Earthlings are able to sleep in the woods, which seems like a cool concept, and we're excited to see what that's like, even though we won't be able to actually sleep at the woods because Cybertronians don't sleep. But while we're there, we may need some help keeping an eye on the Decepticons to make sure they don't pull any shenanigans there. Can you help us out with that in the comments? Thank you. Let's go ahead and hit the road.
Autobots, roll out! Decepticons, transform and rise up!
Well, everyone, we've made it to the woods, and there are a lot of trees here, and it's pretty cool. What are y'all's thoughts?
Boopy boo 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 boo.
Me and Grimlock think the woods are very cool. It's cool to see so many trees, and me, Grimlock's excited to see more, especially the campsite. That sounds super cool. I agree, Grimlock. I never thought I'd say something like that. But so many trees in one place and the ability for humans to be able to sleep in the woods definitely makes me excited. It also kind of reminds me of the battle that we had in the woods, where I technically killed you temporarily, Optimus.
Yes, Megatron, I remember that. I try to forget it sometimes, but sometimes those memories come back to me.
Oops, sorry, not sorry. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. The woods look super cool, and I like seeing so many trees in one place, and the ability for humans to be able to sleep in the woods seems super cool. And I like how it reminded me of the time where me and you worked together to temporarily take Optimus Prime out of commission. And I'm totally not going to betray you anytime on this trip.
Soundwave think the woods seem super cool. Soundwave is excited to see more. Well said, Soundwave, well said. Well, everyone, I think the first place that we could stop by is this thing that humans call a cabin, which is where humans are actually able to sleep in the woods. We're not going to sleep in this cabin, but I figured it'd still be cool to check it out. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty then, let's go ahead and head on over and take a look-see.
Well, this looks like a very nice, humble abode where humans can actually sleep in the woods, and I really like its color scheme. What do you all think, guys?
Boopy boo 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 boo.
Me, Grimlock, really like this cabin. Me, Grimlock, really like its color scheme. Me, Grimlock, think it'd be a pretty comfy spot to be able to spend the night in the woods. I agree, Grimlock. I really wish we could actually sleep here. Can we do that?
Unfortunately, Megatron, we cannot, because Cybertronians don't sleep. Trust me, if we could, I'd be down with it, because it'd probably be really cool.
understand, Prime. I never thought I'd say something like that, but I guess taking time off from our war to visit the woods really does something to a body. Something good. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. It'd be super cool to actually be able to sleep in the woods, and it's a shame that Cybertronians don't sleep, and it really is cool being able to take some time off from our war to visit this cool place. It definitely does something to a body, that's for sure, and it's something good. I agree, and you're the best, Megatron.
Soundwave really like this cabin. Soundwave think it's a nice, cute, and humble abode for humans to be able to sleep in the woods. Couldn't have said it better myself, Soundwave. I think it'd be super cool to go inside of this cabin to see what it's like in there. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on inside and take a look. Well, this cabin has a really nice interior. It looks extremely comfy and cozy, and it'd be extremely cool to sleep here. What do you all think, gang?
Me, Grimlock, really like the interior of this cabin. You are right, Optimus. It looks extremely comfy and cozy. I definitely think it'd be extremely cool to sleep here. Me, Grimlock, is kind of jealous of these humans. Y'all are definitely right. The interior of this cabin looks awesome. I seriously can't believe how much I'm agreeing with y'all today. It is crazy, but this interior looks extremely comfy, I'm not gonna lie. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. This cabin's interior looks super comfy and cozy and super cool, and it'd be extremely cool to sleep here. I agree, and you're the best, Megatron.
Soundwave really like this cabin's interior. Soundwave thinks it looks extremely comfy and cozy, and Soundwave really likes that the cabin doesn't have any electricity because it makes it seem more authentic. I never thought of it that way, Soundwave, and you're definitely right. It definitely looks way more authentic without any electricity. And I figured the next thing we could do on our journey is go out to this little tent that these woods have set up where humans eat when they actually camp in the woods. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head outside and take a look-see. Well, this tent looks like a really nice spot to eat, and it's definitely a bummer that Cybertronians don't eat either. I really like how you have a cool view of some of the trees in front of the actual tent. That seems like a really nice thing to be able to look at while you eat. What do you all think, gang?
Boopy boo 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 bee boo.
Me, Grimlock, really like this tent. Me, Grimlock, really wish I was able to eat here because it looks like a really cool place to be able to eat. I definitely second that, Grimlock. This tent looks extremely cool. And I definitely do wish that Cybertronians were able to eat, because it'd definitely be pretty cool to be able to eat here. And it's definitely a place that I would come back to just to be able to eat. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. This tent looks extremely cool, and I'm definitely bummed out that Cybertronians aren't able to eat, because it'd definitely be pretty cool to eat here. If it was possible, I'd gladly come here and eat with you, because you're the best, Megatron.
Soundwave really like this tent. Soundwave thinks it looks like an extremely nice spot to be able to eat. Soundwave is jealous that humans are able to eat here because Soundwave wished that Cybertronians were able to. I agree 1,000,000%, Soundwave, and I figured the next thing we could look at on our journey is this little thing called a campfire, which is basically a contained little fire that humans actually sit around in order to stay warm and to just relax while they're actually camping in the woods. And I figured we could also get to know some of the campers here over there as well. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on over and take a look-see. Well, this looks like a really nice place to be able to chillax while you're camping in the woods. And I definitely like all the places you have to sit, like those chairs and those benches. It looks super cool. What do you want, guy?
Bee boo 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 boo.
Grimlock really like this campfire. I love all the places where you were able to sit, and I also like that little play place that's in the background of the campfire as well. I bet that's a really fun place for youngins to be able to play while they camp.
Good point, Grimlock. I never noticed that. What do you think, Megatron?
I agree with y'all. It really looks like a real nice and comfy place to be able to chillax while you camp, and I like that little grate over the fire. I think that might be used for humans to be able to cook food, and it once again makes me wish that Cybertronians were able to eat. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. It looks like a super nice and comfy place to be able to chill while you camp, and I really like it, and I'd honestly want to come here more often. Do you think that could be okay, Prime?
Probably not, Starscream. This is a human environment. We're only visiting.
Oh man, but I still agree with you, and you're the best, Megatron.
Soundwave really like this campfire. Soundwave thinks it looks like an extremely nice and comfy spot for humans to be able to chill out while they camp. Soundwave wish that Cybertronians were able to camp as much as humans. I definitely see what you mean, Soundwave. And let's go ahead and branch out and get to know some of the campers here. Ooh, there's a group that seems friendly enough. Excuse me, guys. My name is Optimus Prime, and these are my colleagues, and we're new around these parts. Say hello, everyone.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, welcome to our camp.
I hope you're enjoying your visit.
Where are you guys from?
Thanks, and we're from the planet Cybertron.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, cool too.
Yeah, I've never met anyone from another planet.
Me neither. That's really cool.
Thanks, but we better get going. There's more stuff that we want to see.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
It was nice meeting you. Later.
That was nice, wouldn't you say, everyone?
Yeah, it really was.
Ooh, and I think the next thing we could actually do on our journey is go to this place in the middle of the woods, far away from this camp, which apparently the locals call the Donut Hole. I heard they call it that because it's basically a place with a lot of sand and a little bit of a pit, and therefore it looks like a donut. I figured it'd be cool to check out. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on out and take a look-see. Well, this place definitely looks pretty interesting. I can definitely see why they call it the Donut Hole, because that pit definitely looks like a donut, and it looks like a cool place for youngins to be able to play. What do you all think, guys?
Boo bee boo 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 bee boo.
Me, Grimlock, really like this place. It looks super exotic, and I like how it's almost in the middle of nowhere, and it seems like a super relaxing and fun place to be able to play. I agree. I really like that pit as well. Now I can sort of play king of a mountain, and all you guys can go in the pit, and I can be up top. Can you do that for me?
Nope, we don't think we will.
Oh, man. Anyway, what do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. It looks like an extremely cool place to be able to hang out, and I definitely go into the pit to let you be king of the mountain. I'm just not gonna.
Soundwave really like this place. Soundwave thinks it looks like an extremely fun place to be able to hang out, especially if you're young. Totally agree, Soundwave, and do you hear that?
Yeah, it's coming from over there.
Prime? Yeah, Megatron?
Sorry. Are we not doing loud roars?
No, we're not.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wait just a minute! Are you Optimus Prime?
Why, yes, I am.
Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm your biggest fan! My name is Optimus Prime.
Why, thank you. I appreciate that.
Wow, someone else who has a squeaky voice like me.
Can it, Starscream?
Starscream, Starscream, Starscream. You are not one to talk, buddy. Your voice is like nails on a chalkboard. And that's saying something. You do not want to let me get near one of those. I mean, just look at these babies. I'm a Yeti. I got claws. It'll make the most annoying sound you've ever heard in your life.
I think you might be right, Abominus.
Hey, name.
Once again, can it, Starscream? Now, how can we help you, Abominus?
So you see, I'm a performer, a traveling performer, and my bus just kind of drove off without me. So I was wondering if you could help a devoted, hairy gentleman like myself get back home. I live on Mount Comedia.
Sure thing. I'll be right back, guys.
A few hours later.
Alrighty, everyone. I'm back, and Abominus made it home safely.
Woohoo!
I know. And before we go back to camp, I think it'd be cool to actually write something in the sand. What do you all think we should write?
How about a Raccoon-Formers signature, since this is Raccoon-Formers' channel?
That's a great idea. Let's go ahead and do that.
Well, this looks pretty cool, and I definitely feel like Raccoon-Formers would be pretty proud of us for doing this. What do you all think, guys?
Me, Grimlock, totally agree. Me, Grimlock, really proud of how the signature turned out. And me, Grimlock, think Raccoon-Formers will agree. I agree, Grimlock. I really like the way the signature turned out. And I hope that Raccoon-Formers is proud of us for doing this signature, because I'd definitely be proud if someone wrote my signature in the sand somewhere, or in anything for that matter. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. I really like how the signature turned out, and it'd definitely be cool if someone wrote my signature in the sand or in anything at all, and I'd gladly do it for you.
Okay, so why haven't you?
No comment.
Starscream!
Soundwave really like how the signature turned out. Soundwave hopes that Raccoon-Formers is proud of us for doing this. Me too, Soundwave. Me too. And there's actually one more thing I think we could all do before going back to camp, and that's visiting this thing called the lake. I heard is a big body of water, and this lake is actually quite special, because I'm pretty sure it's actually named after the founder of the camp we were visiting. His name is William, and the lake is called Lake William.
Wow, that's really cool.
I know, and I figured it'd be really cool to actually visit. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on out and take a look. Well, this lake looks really nice, and I'm honestly kind of jealous of William. Having something this beautiful named after you must be really nice. What do you all think, guys?
Me, Grimlock, really like this lake, and I definitely agree with you, Prime. It'd be really cool to have something this beautiful named after you. William is one lucky guy.
I agree, Grimlock. I really like the way this lake looks, and it'd be really cool if there was something named after me.
I feel like the name Lake Megatron has a real good ring to it. What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. This lake looks super cool, but I have to disagree with you. I think the name Lake Starscream would be better than the name Lake Megatron.
Oh, thanks, Starscream. I think my name is better.
Aw, man, I guess you're the boss.
Soundwave really like this lake. Soundwave thinks William is lucky to have such a beautiful place named after him.
I agree, Soundwave. It'd be really cool indeed. Now, I figured the next thing we could do on our journey is go back to camp, because there's one more thing there that I think would be cool to actually look at, and it's this thing called a slide that humans sometimes actually go down in order to have fun. We're too big to actually go down it, but I figured it'd still be cool to check out. How does that sound, everyone?
Yep, that sounds good.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and head on back and take a look-see.
Well, this slide looks really cool, and I bet it'd be really fun to actually go down. And it definitely is unfortunate that we're too big to actually go down, because it definitely looks like fun. What do you all think, guys?
Me, Grimlock, think these slides look really fun. And it's definitely cool that there are two of them, because it gives people an option of going down a large slide or a small slide. And me, Grimlock, I like that.
Good point, Grimlock. I never noticed that. What do you think, Megatron?
I agree, Prime, and I could definitely see how fun it'd be to actually go down this. Hey, Soundwave, did any of your mini-cons make the trip?
No, Lord Megatron, they unfortunately did not.
Oh, okay. It would have been fun to see them actually go down this slide.
What do you think, Starscream?
I agree with you, Megatron. The slides here look extremely cool and fun, and I think I'm going to go down the slides anyway.
No, Starscream. We're too big and we break them. We don't want to actually take these slides away from the humans who want to have fun.
Oh man, I guess that's alright, but I still agree with you and you're the best, Megatron.
Soundwave really liked these slides. Soundwave thinks they look like a whole lot of fun to go down. Soundwave wish he brought some of his mini-cons so that way they could actually enjoy the slide since they're smaller than us. I agree, Soundwave, and don't worry, it's fine that you didn't actually bring them. We don't want to actually take any risks. And unfortunately, this is the last thing that this camp actually has in store for us to actually do. So I think it's about time to actually go back to where we actually started and discuss our final thoughts on this place.
Well, this trip was really fun and it's one I won't soon forget. I loved every moment of this trip and I hope you all did too. What are your final thoughts on the Woods Gang?
Me, Grimlock, had a really good time. I enjoyed seeing all of the cool scenery. I enjoyed meeting the campers. And I enjoyed meeting Abominus, and I'm glad he made it home safely. All in all, this trip is definitely one I won't soon forget. Thanks for inviting me, bro.
No problem, Grimlock. What are your final thoughts, Megatron?
I had a real fun time, Prime. Me and you will always be arch enemies, but I was happy to make this truce with you today in order to go on this fun trip. Wouldn't you agree, Starscream?
I agree. Nope. I'm done playing nice. Megatron, let me be the leader of the Decepticons or else.
I've told you this many times and I'll continue to do so, Starscream, but no, that is my job. You're my second command and that's that.
Megatron!
Soundwave had a real fun time today, but Soundwave think it'd be best to return to our... I agree, Soundwave. A truce can only go on for so long, so let's go ahead and hit the road and head back home.
Autobots, roll out! Decepticons, transform and rise up!
Well, everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video and seeing us go on this really fun trip. It was really good for the Autobots and Decepticons to be able to return to this series after being absent from it last year when the Maximals and Predacons went on their trip to Biosphere 2. We saw how much fun they had, and we knew we had to actually return to this series with this fun trip to the woods. Raccoon-Formers told me he still has more videos like this planned where Transformers visit real-life landmarks, so be sure to let us know in the comments if you'd like to see the Autobots and Decepticons back, the Maximals and Predacons back, or 2 other factions take on this series. Don't worry, we won't get offended. At least the Autobots won't. The Decepticons are kinda a little unpredictable, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thanks for taking some time out of your day to watch us take a trip to the woods. Now, there's only one thing left to do. Roll out!
Rat Trap Maximized! Hello, this is Rat Trap, member of the Maximals, and I've taken the form of this black bear to spy on the Autobots and Decepticons as they went on their trip to the woods, because the Maximals and Predacons will be returning to go on another trip for an original video for Raccoon-Formers' channel, where we go to visit this place called Uber-Gatlinburg. It's a place that has all sorts of stuff, shopping, entertainment, and much more. But what we'll be focusing on is the wildlife encounter, because Maximals and Predacons transform into animals, and we figured this place would be cool to check out. You'll be seeing an entirely new group of Maximals and Predacons, including yours truly, who is primal, is rude, and left most of us out of their trip to Biosphere 2 in 2024, so we'll be doing the same thing to him and all of the Maximals and Predacons who went on that trip. So don't expect to see any of those guys. But make sure to stay tuned for the Transformers Go to Uber Gothenburg coming soon. Anyway guys, I got a scat.